Hey guys, I totally had a viewer request when showing the viewers this painting, which has been turned into a junk journal cover. I'm going to show you how I did a version of that one. It's completely different in terms of color and the way that I put it together. I was actually trying to create the figures. So I'm going to show you quickly how I put this together, because on YouTube Live I'm going to go through this in every single step. So this will be a quickie, and if you're interested in more detail or painting along with me, which is a wonderful thing to do, then I'll put a link below to the YouTube Live video, which at the moment is still available. And the value of joining me online is that you can ask questions and I can answer you immediately. Here goes, guys, and so I'm going to continue painting here and show you the quickie version, and I hope you'll join me on YouTube Live as well, so you can ask questions. You're going to have a person here and a person here and a person here. I'm going to put that one there. You want lots of contact between the wax paper and... Oh, that's not wet enough. Where's it lovely and wet? Over there. I'm just going to put it in some. And here's my other person. Okay, this is the point at which you think to yourself, is there enough tone? And if you think yes, then add more tone, add more thicker pigment, because we know that watercolor, just dripping it off, dries 10 to 15% lighter. I'm going to add some of this magnificent blue and find some spots to add it nice and thick. If it's not in contact, push it, make it have some contact. Okay, so again, we're back to the lovely thinking about tone. Is there enough tone? And if you think yes, then add more. If you think it's a slightly dark, that's fantastic, because it's going to dry that little bit lighter. I'm adding lots of blue here because I'm not able to get a lovely dark tone from the Amazonite Genuine, so therefore my beautiful ultramarine is going to have to do it. Provide the range of tone, that is, provide that beautiful range of tone that can make a painting really interesting. Okay, where else do I want some? Down here. The green is not going to be the hero. It's not capable of being the hero. Okay, really just going for it there and moving all the bits around. So what I thought, since I had that thought earlier, this is a Tombow water-based marker. I wonder if you can draw into it while it's wet. No. Yeah, so you get a mark and then instantly the water, I think, gets absorbed into the little nib and then it stops working. If anyone knows of a marker that will draw while it's wet, that would be awesome. Actually, I know what would work is a crayon. And I don't want that mark. I wanted something like what I did before, and I'm going to pull it out ever so gently. And you can see there I've gone around and ever so carefully put in a black marker, and then because it's water soluble I was able to wet it off, and then I get the hard and soft lines together. All right, I'm happy with the tone now. I've still got this beautiful Amazonite Amazonite Genuine. It's such a mouthful, so I'm going to use it up because there's not enough there on the palette to use for another project. It's such a magnificent green, though. I am absolutely in love with the colour itself, the hue of the Amazonite Genuine. I'm just using that up. I had a viewer make a comment on one of my videos about me wasting paint, and I thought that was well, actually, to be honest, at first I was like, bloody hell, here I am busting a gut. I make absolutely nothing from all of this, but really love doing it. I'm really passionate about teaching it, and then you get criticism. But I also took heart, I'm just going to hold it on this angle for a minute. I also took heart from a video that I watched about making YouTube videos, which said if you start to get some naysayers, some haters, some trolls, you're doing well if you can get a troll. So I thought, oh, that is the most positive spin I've ever heard on a negative comment. Okay, I need this to completely, utterly dry. I'm going to peel it off and then add the black marker. Now I know that I'm going to be doing this on YouTube live tomorrow morning, though of course when this video goes out it won't be tomorrow morning, will it? But I know I'm going to be doing it on YouTube live, so I'm going to experiment with drying it and not allowing it to air dry. I don't want to put the heat in contact with the paper because it's wax paper, and it will, I'm assuming it will definitely release some wax. Of course, having said that, oh, all right, now I know. I want to experiment with exactly that. I wonder what will happen. It won't matter if it releases some wax, will it? Hell, in fact, this journal, in order to make the paper sturdy and protected, I cover it with wax. That's how it gets that beautiful patina plus be protected. So I'm just going to dry it as is. I have never done this before. I always let them air dry. So if you don't want to speed up the process, letting it air dry is the way to go, absolutely. I don't know if you can see that there, because I've been using so much water lately, this sheet has separated out from the bottom. So these blocks, although I completely love them because I don't have to take my page down, and they are brilliant for travel. They don't, the disadvantage is that they don't really like the amount of water that I give them. Okay, I'm actually excited now to know whether or not the wax is going to transfer to the page. That'd be so cool to discover another way to use this wax paper. This, by the way, you will not find on YouTube. If you find this on YouTube, I will give you this painting. Absolutely give it to you. If you find someone who's done this before, I would love to know about it. But as far as I'm concerned, this is totally my idea. And I'm pretty pleased with all the different amazing paintings that I've done using wax paper. I love it. You can also use Glad Wrap, and if you're American, you call it Saran Wrap. And if you're British, I don't know, what do you call it if you're British? What if you're Indian? I've been watching my analytics and discovering that lots of people are watching from India, which is kind of cool. I have no idea what you call it in India. All right, I reckon that's going to be enough. Let's see. Let's do a little test piece down here. Oh yeah, that's fantastic. I'm going to keep it because it's so beautiful. Oh, look what's stuck to me. That was also part of the YouTube Live on texture, where I used this funny plaster as tape, and I cut out a little fishy shape, and I've just refound it because it stuck to me. Oh, that is such a sign that I am messy. I know that by removing it before it's bone dry, I know that I will get a softer look. So I'm going to re-dry it because it's super wet underneath. Mind you, my dryer here is getting a bit upset. It's getting a bit hot. If I just dry this one, I'll be able to show you what you do next. Before and without having to wait. And that will give these just that little bit of extra time to dry. I'm losing my voice again. All right. So I can't actually see any wax. I can't see that any wax is transferred from this little bit onto the page, not at all. While you're drying, you might want to think about negative and positive. So if we outline it and release the black out, we'll get a negative outline. If you outline it and release the black in, you'll get a positive shape. So perhaps this one, the main one, I might make positive and these both negative, or vice versa. Maybe this one is the negative shape. I'm going to release this one because in order to make that decision, I'm really glad that I just thought of that out loud. In order to make the decision about whether to outline negative, outline and release negatively, or outline and release internally, which is positively, I need to know what the shapes look like. I'm leaving that one to last because I'm hoping that's going to be my main figure. Oh, that is stuck. Haha. There you go. I wonder if that is the wax that's kind of adhered a little to the page. Look at the pink legs. Oh, that's exciting. I don't know where to put this. I'm going to put it down there. I'm going to transfer that over to a grill. I've got a grill behind me. And keep that because that is a fabulous shape. That's worked really well. Oh, this is so cool. So I'm going to be speeding through this process today so that you'll be able to watch it quickly to get an idea about whether or not you want to pursue this idea. And then tomorrow on YouTube Live, I'm just going to move that one because I'm in love with it. Then tomorrow on YouTube Live, what you'll be able to do is paint along with me. And I will go through absolutely every step, nice and slow, because it'll all be real time. I'm going to start over here. Hopefully I can put my hand down. And I might put in a mark that's quite low to the page. So I'm only going to do this little bit so that you can see where I'm going with this. So you put in the mark and then grab wet brush, barely damp, and just release into the figure. And then you get that beautiful combination of a hard line and a soft line. So I'm going to show you the original idea that I had. The original painting, it went that way. And you can see there were like two-ish figures, and I was definitely more abstract in the shapes on that one. I really like that. Anyway, you can see on this one I've turned them definitely into people. So perhaps it doesn't need to be quite that defined. Anyway, I'm going to put a link down below for the YouTube live tutorial, Australian Eastern Time, 9:30 a.m. And in that one, we'll go through this in every single step. And I hope you'll join me. Thanks. See you next time. Bye.